What's up, everyone out there? Welcome back to the Phantoms Fanatic YouTube channel. I am back with another review, and this week's review is of The Batman, released this year in 2022, starring Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano, Jeffrey Wright, John Turturro, Peter Skarsgård, Andy Serkis, and Colin Farrell. And it was directed by Matt Reeves. So, to describe the basic plot of this movie is Batman, played by Robert Pattinson, goes through Gotham City fighting crime when all of a sudden a strand of powerful, political members start being killed by this person named the Riddler, leaving notes to Batman, played by Paul Dano. And he has to team up with Zoe Kravitz's character of Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, no fucking shit, to figure out what this secret is of these different antidotes and these secret stuff that the Riddler is leaving him as he tries to figure out what is going on with the crime syndicate here in Gotham. So, obviously, I am a Batman fan. You can tell because I have this little guy right here. He is Vengeance. He is the Knight. I am a huge Batman fan. I have seen most of the other Batman movies. I love all of them. My favorite is probably Mask of the Phantasm, the animated series one. But best live action, I think, is The Dark Knight. And this one, The Batman, I wouldn't say it's my new favorite. I don't think it's as good as Batman 1989 or The Dark Knight. I think it is very good, though. I don't think it's as great as those films are. So, obviously, this plot revolves around him trying to figure out the secrets of the Riddler and with this crime syndicate. And one positive I will say to this film is it does set up a pretty interesting mystery, even though I feel that some characters are mainly used for plot conveniences and used for red herrings, like Colin Farrell as the Penguin, which, to be honest, he captures the character very well. They did an amazing job making him look so different than he actually looks in this. And this film, I will say that I like it takes a different direction of what you expect from a Batman movie, because most Batman movies, you get to see him as Bruce Wayne and Batman. In this, you mainly see him as Batman, which is a very interesting take, but that comes up with a problem of mine, which is not really a problem with Robert Pattinson, because I think he does well with this. I think it's more of a problem with the directing or the writing, because he is a very stoic Batman, and he's very stoic as Bruce Wayne as well, so it's very hard to get his character, and the only reason, which I guess is fine with this, instead of just showing us the same motivations and shit over and over again, I do like that it tries to take a different route for this, like all movies do now, but I feel that you get some of his emotional weight later in the film, and I feel that you don't get a good sense of why he's doing this. You do because you know it's Batman and you understand his backstory, but in this, I feel like it's not the best set up, in my opinion. I think, because even though Pattinson's acting is good, I feel like they could have given him at least more emotional scenes to work with than being very stoic all the time. But I think he's good at doing that, and he has good outbursts of rage, and I enjoyed those moments. And the action in the film is also very well done. I love the sound design whenever Batman's attacking people, because you can feel that every hit is very powerful and stuff like that. And he has this bulletproof armor, so it works very well for action scenes. And the villain, the Riddler, is also very well done in this. He's better done than he is in Batman Forever, and it's almost commentating on, it's commentating on, how people today can just post web forums and get a bunch of people stored up and then do like terrorist attacks and crap like that, which is what this film commentates on, but also does connect it to the character of the Riddler. And even though you don't see much of Paul Dano, he does convey the character very well. He's a very similar character to how he was in There Will Be Blood, but I feel like he really captures that character well. I feel like though that there's too many like obvious reveals, not obvious reveals, but there's this whole plot where like the Riddler's killing these people and mentioning the rat. And there's a lot of dumb plot conveniences that you don't realize that kind of make it a bit ridiculous for why they haven't figured out anything. But I do feel like the mystery is pretty well done, and I was kind of surprised what the reveal was. But then you come up with another problem where stuff happens and then there's another reveal of what's going on. And I kind of guessed that, but then like it kind of comes out of nowhere that all this stuff was set up, even though I feel like the climax is very well done from an action standpoint and you get more of Batman's character in it. I feel like they needed to set up a couple of more things for the climax to make sense. I do like a lot of this movie, don't get me wrong. It has very good acting, very good directing. It takes a new approach to Batman that I think is interesting. But there's a couple of little problems like that where it doesn't excel it over The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight, to me, has very little problems. But this one, since it's also acting as an origin in the same one, and trying to cram a bunch of character stuff together, it ends up being very long, and you feel it in some scenes where these characters just keep talking and keep talking. I do like the stuff they do with Selina Kyle in this. It's very well done, and all the Batman tech and like the espionage he goes through is very interesting to see. He's definitely depicted as master detective, because that's one thing of Batman that I always enjoyed, and you kind of get from the other movies, but you really get it in this as well. And I like that they change up the style a bit. Like Alfred in this, played by Andy Serkis, who's very good in some scenes. They do stuff with the characters that you don't expect, but then also that kind of it flips around to back to Batman's character, where I didn't really get that entirely. Not saying that it was unwarranted or Pattinson's acting was bad. I felt like it was kind of not earned. But no, I definitely did enjoy this. The whole plot reveal of the Riddler's plan, and this movie is dark, but I feel like you can convey things very well. And I think the action is very well done. There's some very good directing with the acting. And Jonathan Turturro is very entertaining as this crime boss that you follow. And then you also see just other very good character actors like Colin Farrell just chewing scenery as the Penguin, which I really did enjoy. I definitely think that this is on the better spectrum of Batman movies. It is probably in the top three with the Batman, not this is the Batman, fucking stupid, with Batman 1989, The Dark Knight, and this. It's with those. But I feel like there's a little bit of problems that hold it back from coming completely perfection, because I do like that they try to change things up, and they definitely do, and I think most of it works. But there's just a bit of problems with the characterization and some plot conveniences that really hold me from saying that this is one of the new best superhero movies. Even though I definitely did enjoy most of the action, and I was enjoying the mystery parts of the film, especially the commentary with the Riddler being like a cyber terrorist, kind of, where like you can it's insane that people can go online and gather this kind of following and then do some fucked up shit. And I really like that commentary, and I feel like he captures the character very well, even though he may not look like him necessarily, but I feel like it matches what the character is supposed to be and adapts it to a modern setting. And Catwoman in this, I like some of the stuff we do with her, but then there's some like weird characterization moments that I have problems with as well. But no, I definitely think that this is a good superhero movie. I definitely do recommend it. Oh yeah, and then the music by Michael Giacchino. Even though I admit I really enjoyed the music, it kind of sounds like the Imperial March. It just doesn't like keep going, but I did enjoy the music. I definitely do recommend this though. If you're a Batman fan, I definitely recommend seeing this. It is worth the watch, and even though I have some problems with the film, I still feel like it is a good, very good film to watch, even if a little comebacks keep it from excelling itself to Batman 1989 or The Dark Knight. Both of the, or even Mask of Phantasm. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe down below. I really enjoyed making this review. You know, I love Batman and superhero stuff, and please share your opinions on the review down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Later.